how are you? Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Before we introduce ourselves, I just, or maybe I remember a story we shared with our daughter had something she used to say to me when she was younger. She would say, "Mom, you're not listening. Mom, listen to my own side of the conversation. Mom, you're not listening." And as years went by, I realized that you can't say you love someone if you don't have the capacity to listen. So welcome to today's conversation. This is Relationship Clinic. My name is Angel and my husband.
And I'm Rich.
Oh, and we are discussing
love, the binding force of the family.
Yes. Some of us say, our family, we're in love, we love one another. Do you really love one another? With these few conversations we're going to have, I hope you will have a clarity of what love should look like. So the first thing is, love what? Listens. A few years ago, I and my husband, remember our struggle. I'll tell my husband, Mimi, you're not listening to what I'm saying. And if you check through history, families that don't listen to each other can't bond. The first foundation is, are you listening to what the person is saying, not assuming?
We get overwhelmed at times trying to make our points, trying to clear the instructions, and we don't listen to our spouses, to our children, and that causes a disconnect.
Yeah, so the O in love is being
open-minded.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Open to learning, not, some people are open to judgment. That's what you're doing. I remember my son, who happens to be our technical director today, when we're having conversations, he can be a master in judging the conversation. And we'll tell him, you have to be open to learning. When you're open to learning, it means that you understand that you don't know everything. Be as a parent, as a child, there are areas that everybody's bringing to the relationship.
Yes, and even if you know what they're trying to teach you, be open-minded, you hear it again, you learn it in a different way. You see a different angle.
Exactly.
The perspective changes because you were open.
And when we're not open for our children to express themselves, they shut down. And when they need us to listen, they usually don't share their intimate parts. So when you're open to learning, I think most of us think that learning is only in the four walls of the school. No. The greatest learning is actually informal. The learning of example, the environment, the movies. Learning should be intentional. You should look at the things you're watching, the things you're interacting with, and pick something very key.
Even our experiences, you go through some experience, you don't learn anything out of that experience. That's bad.
Nigeria is Nigerians' problem. We are good at telling stories. Let's start learning. So we've talked about being open to learning, and the V is verifying. I can tell you that if you can verify as a family, as couples, it can change the dynamic of your relationship.
That puts you on the same page. What you're assuming, you now put it out. Is this what you said? Is this what you really meant?
Exactly.
And you now know that you're on the same page. You can now move on. People can assume, you can think all kind of things. They will say one thing, but will interpret it in different ways.
Yes. So when you share something with anybody, learn to say, do you understand?
Yes.
And if the action they take is contrary to what you were communicating, it means that verifying hasn't taken place. So sometimes my husband will tell me I love you, but to me it might not sound like I love you. So we need to even verify when we express love. Because gifts for me is not love, and gifts for my husband seems to be love. So how do you express and verify that what you are intending to communicate, the other party understands? So, and the last one is empathy.
When a family member is going through something, you don't come trying to judge, trying to just correct.
Exactly.
You empathize with the person. Exactly. From that point, you can now get in and do the remaining part of it. The person must see you empathize, that is, you understand a bit of what I'm going through.
True. And I think people lose touch of this when they expand and get married to other people. Please, for us, and I want to say, if you don't have a family group, even if you're married, have a family group with your siblings, with your parents. It doesn't excommunicate you or affect your relationship, but there must be a way of empathy. So till you begin to take time and say, though you might not understand how the person feels, appreciate that their pain or their hurt is real. And that is very key.
It's real.
So I hope you've enjoyed today's conversation. We say love is the binding force of family, and the characteristic still remains listening is first, being open to learning, verifying, empathy. Oh, don't forget to follow us on social media. These are YouTube, Keeping Marriage Alive Initiative, NG Reach. We're on Facebook and Instagram, Keeping Marriage Alive. You can send us a WhatsApp chat +2347088765212. And also, we want to receive your email info@keepingmarriagealive.com, ngreach@keepingmarriagealive.com, and of course, keepingmarriagealive@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Follow, subscribe, comment, encourage us as we learn together.
Practice makes perfect. Go practice this.
Thank you.